Welcome to the studio, it's Froyle here. Today I'm really excited because I have this magical box of colour. What is it that I'm holding? Teresa from my Facebook group wanted to take on the Colour Cube Challenge. So here we are. But I don't want to do it with watercolour, no. And being one that doesn't shy away from a challenge, I think we should do it jelly printing. Can you do the Colour Cube Challenge jelly printing? I don't know, man. You better hang around and find out. Okay, so first of all, we have to actually choose a colour palette. Now, this is from Sarah Renee Clark. There are 250 beautiful possible colour choices in here. How are we going to decide? I have absolutely no idea. Shall we just do a random pick? Ooh, that could actually get us into a little bit of trouble. There's just so many choices. You've got the colour palette on this side, and then on this side is a beautiful photo that goes with the beautiful colour palette, and there's just so many glorious ones to choose from. Of course, jelly printing's going to make it all a lot harder because, you know, we've got layers and then we add textures and we do highlights, but why would we want to make it easy? There's no challenge in that. So let's see, what one are we going to do today? Before we decide, let's just go over the rules, shall we? Looking at the instructions, it says colour palettes can be used for many creative projects and there's no specific rules on how to use them. I'm just letting you know before we start because I know how this goes. I'm going to be adding iridescent bronze fine to my colour palette. Whatever the colour palette is, it's going to have a little bit of bling, just so you know. You can use as few or as many colours as you like. You can use them strictly as a limited palette, or you can use them as a starting point. I just wanted to read you the instructions so you don't tell me I'm doing it wrong. So what from these magnificent colours, I just pulled another bunch out. Oh man, I think I'm making it hard for myself now. Maybe I shouldn't have looked at so many. Oh, look at the peacock. Oh, loving that. Those colours, they would work well. Those colours would work well on the gel plate. Absolutely. Beautiful. Little bit of neutral, little bit of blue. We could actually do this a few times. This is not a bad idea, Teresa. Seeing as my 100 days of collage is finished, I could possibly find a new obsession. You know that's very possible. Loving these colours. Look at all these warm tones with the splash of blue. That'd work really well. Yes, beautiful. What about this one? Loving this one. It's a very sunset looking one. It's got some, oh man, it's got some pink in it. Libby, what have you done to me? You need to come back and sort this out. You could do this one. I think this one would work. Okay, we're doing this one. If you want to join me, it's number 124 in the colour chart. So let's give this a go. I'm pulling out the gel plate. Seriously, we're jelly printing these colour palettes and let's see what kind of mess we can get in. We might make something absolutely amazing. And yes, we're using iridescent bronze, just so you know, along with this colour palette as well. Okay, so here's our palette. Doesn't that look beautiful? I'm so inspired by the picture. I hope I've got the colours. Right, well, I've got black, so that's easy. I've got a carbon black, almost empty, and I've got a Mars black. So tick for the black. Righto, we can do this. Yes, we've got black. Well, that's a good start. It's a good purple. Well, there's so many different shades of purple. This is a purple. It just says purple. But, of course, that's not going to be the same purple as that purple. That purple looks more like it's got a bit of red in it. So I'm thinking, let's add a little bit of alizarin to it. So it's a bit more of a reddy purple because that's what I think the picture looks like. Yes, I think that looks better. That's definitely more like that shade of purple. Yes, it is. Winning. I'm winning. Okay, so we've got purple, and you can also add white to the colours to lighten them, or you can make them darker. So you can put tints and tones of the color in as well. Good to know, right? Raspberry, like raspberry beret. What have I got? I think we'll start with magenta. It definitely has quite a magenta-y base to it, I'm thinking. So let's start with magenta and then maybe a little bit of cad red deep. I think that could help because it's not magenta, but it's not straight red either. Raspberry. Oh, yes, loving it. Could eat it. Definitely that's a raspberry. Righto, so magenta and a little bit of cad red deep. That's working for our, look, yes, raspberry. Okay, blood orange. So this was the only orange I could find in my drawer which said orange. Like that's the name of it. Just orange. But, you know, paint's paint, baby. It'll do. But is it blood orange? No, I don't think it's blood orange. I think we need a little bit of maybe the cad red to make it bleed. Right, a little bit of cad red to the blood orange. Or maybe a bit more. Yeah, tiny smidgen more. If your paint tube says orange, add a little bit of cad red deep. Because, you know, you've got to get that thing to bleed. Blood orange. Righto, how's that one looking? Oh, yes. Yes. That's looking very blood orange. What do you think? It is a little tricky until they dry, but, you know, we're in the ballpark. That's definitely a blood orange. Now, marigold might be a little tricky. So what have I got in the yellow colours? I've got some Naples yellow, which is, yeah, probably too light. And then I've got some Indian yellow. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, that could work. Let's put a smidgen of Indian yellow with that and see if that makes a marigold. No, it's not too bad. Oh, it needs a bit more orange to it. What about we put a little tiny smudge? Oops, might be a bit much of the orange to our marigold. Oh man, too much, too much. Oopsies, too much orange. Oh, let's go with the, back to the Naples yellow. Yes, I know, but you know, I'm going to need a lot of paint anyway, so it'll all be okay. Well, that's mixing up a bit better. Yes, that looks a bit more marigold-like. Needs a little bit of a zing of something. It's still too orange. Transparent yellow. Let's whack some of that in it because it's just too orange. I know we've got to be in that ballpark, but we just need a little zing. We need a little zinger of something. Oh, that's better. That's more marigold. Yes, I'm feeling it. You know, we're going to be printing a lot of yellow pages. Right, that'll work, that'll work. I'm thinking that's a pretty good marigold. What do you think? Yes, that's all right. Oh man, light pink. Who picked this card? Must have been Libby. She must have snuck over when I wasn't looking. Okay, what will we start with? Let's start with the brilliant magenta. Oh man, let's start with white. Maybe I should have got another palette. Okay, I'm getting another palette because that one's going to hit the yellow and then it won't be anywhere near pink. Right, let's use this one. Because we love pink so much, it's going to have its own palette. And a tiny weeny, can I do a smidgen? Okay, smidgen of pink. That's what I should have done with the orange. Smidgen of pink, it's light pink. Yeah, it is, but it needs a little something. Yeah, oh, it's not too bad actually. Look, if I put it down like that, all right. It's just that it's pink. Okay, it does look like the swatch. Yes, it does look like the swatch. Light pink it is. All right, well there it is. There's the light pink. Yeah, it does actually look like the swatch. Not too bad, not too bad. I think we're in the ballpark. Black, purple, raspberry, blood orange, marigold, and light pink. Right, that's what we're using. Better pull out the jelly plate. Right, so I've got my 10 by 8 plate, and I have a pad of the fabulous Japanese rice paper. That's what I'm going to be using. So I'm thinking, first of all, we really need to do some one color solid prints. I think that's a really good place to start. I mixed up some more of the paint so I didn't run out, and then I think I'll just do one of each of the colors to start with in a solid print, because then I could use it for a background of a second print, or else I could put some stencils over it or take another print. I think that's a really good idea to start, right? Because we got to start simple so we can warm up the jelly plate, warm up our creativity, and just get moving. So I'm going to do probably a couple of all of the solid colors first, so we've got some background papers, and then we'll get tricky and see what other kind of mess we can get ourselves into. That's looking pretty nice. How are we going for our color swatch? It's looking okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We can make this work. Don't know why you're so worried. Now, Libby, don't forget, you want to give your plate and your brayer a little clean off with a baby wipe in between colors. Oh man, that was so much fun. So this one is the raspberry berry. Yeah, yeah, baby. Oh yeah, and that's looking beautiful. Have me a bit of raspberry. Yes, we're doing well with the raspberry. Oh yeah, baby, look at the blood orange. Marigold. Wow, that looks like a beautiful color. This is going to be so much fun. And look at the lovely light pink. You know, we got that color pretty spot on. Yes, we did. Rather impressed. Righto. So we've got some solid color backgrounds printed. You know, I think we could start messing it up a little. I'm pretty sure we could add the marigold, blood orange, and raspberry together on the plate. They would work because they're all warm colors. They'd look fabulous. Let's give it a go. We really can't make too much of a muck up with these colors. They will sit very well together. Now, I like my colors partially blended on the plate because I like the abstract quality that this creates. But if you wanted to blend all those colors together, that would work really well as well. Baby, you just do you. Let's put in a bit more of the marigold because it got lost somewhere. No, it doesn't want to blend with the others. Must be the different type of paint. Maybe it's old. Who knows? Doesn't matter. We'll take a print anyway. And we're just going to have a bit of a play. Pull out some stencils. Do some layers and see what we can create in these fabulous colors. What a fun idea using this color cube and having these palettes of color. I just think that's really fun. Beautiful, love it. The yellow doesn't want to mix with the others. You know, you have days like that. But I think that's okay. I love the abstract quality. I'm going to do a few more blends like that of the different colors. And then I'm going to go and pull out some stencils and we'll do some multiple layers. These colors just feel like a whole lot of fun to me. So what about if we pull out a fun stencil, which when I think of fun stencils, like, hello, I've got Elizabeth St. Hilaire's stencil. Look at that. Look at the shapes of it. That's totally fun. So let's put that on the beautiful marigold, blood orange, and raspberry combination. And then let's pull it onto our fabulous light pink background. So we're using the mask and those beautiful colors will come through. Then it's going to leave us a glorious ghost print, which we can put over one of the other backgrounds. Righto, let's have a look and see how those colours look on top of the fabulous light pink background. Yay! See, don't you think that's a whole lot of fun? Yes, that yellow's leaving really textured marks because it's kind of funny. It is heavy body paint and it's a little tacky, but I'm loving the texture. I like the different colours, and we can always add another layer to it. So this purple and light pink should work really well together. It'll just make the purple lighter, I'm thinking. Let's do a puller print with this colour. Look how pretty that is. Oh man, Libby's gonna be so proud of me. Although it is purple, not pink, but you know, it's pretty. Shall we use that stencil again? Why not? And what will we put this on? What about on the marigold? I know, right? It's going to scream against the marigold with all of that purple, but we're here to experiment. We're here to have fun. Don't get too serious about it. It'll be okay. This stencil is a whole lot of fun. Got some great shape and line to it. Right, that should be good. Let's have a look and see what we got. Ta-da, ta-da! Oh man, it's not even as bad as I thought it was going to be. That looks quite pretty. I think we could do with a little bit of tissue to clean up that ghost print. That just works so much better. And then what are we going to pull our ghost print on with all of that beautiful purple? We could put it on one of our raspberry sheets. That could be fun. Let's see how these colours look together. Oh man, that's not so bad. We could put some bronze on that one for sure, for sure. This week we started my brand new class on Patreon, Celebrate Your Creative Self Mixed Media Art Class, 100 Days of Collage. I know, I only just finished 100 days on YouTube here, but now we've started on Patreon. It's fabulous, I'm so excited. It's the most comprehensive art class I've ever created, and it has a personal application. This week we had our first live in the studio group chat, and let me tell you, that was a whole lot of fun. I've absolutely loved creating this class, so come and join us on Patreon. Be part of this fabulous community of beautiful creative people. You'll learn new skills, have a whole lot of fun, and create amazing art. I haven't used black yet. I forgot it was part of the palette. So let's get a little bit dramatic with some carbon black. Yes. Oh man, yes, this is going to get dramatic very fast. So I think we need more of a dramatic stencil. Let's go with this one. Absolutely love this one from PM Artist Studio. And we're going with the marigold. Right, have a look at that. That is so fun. I just love it. What are we going to put the ghost print on? I'm thinking we could probably go with the raspberry because that's pretty dramatic colour, and we've got a beautiful solid background. All right, let's give that a go. Yes, that looks fabulous. Look at that texture. Love it. Still got a bit of a ghost print on there, but I'm going right over the top. Finally, I get to use my bronze. Oh man, that's a little empty. So sad. Right over the top. Let's put a little bit of bronze on. Starting to get some bling. Yes. Right, putting this straight back down again. And then what about onto the fabulous blood orange? That's going to work. And then what we're going to do is add a third layer onto these prints, a little something on top. or maybe we'll mask out some areas and add some other colour to it. But don't you worry, we'll be sticking within the colour palettes. Won't deviate off course, although I did just cheat and add a little bit of bronze, but you knew that was going to happen anyway. Let's have a look at that. That is just beautiful. The blood orange with the bronze. Of course, you can't fail with those colours. Now, what are we going to put the ghost print on? It's got a little bit of black and a little bit of bronze. I'm thinking, let's go over one of the pale pink pages and see if that will pick up those glorious colours. That's picked up both the black and the bronze, and I love the way it's creating that texture. Doesn't look too bad even on the pink. Yes, the texture is still building up with the little bit of black and the bronze shapes on there. Going to do it just one more time. This time I'm putting it on the fabulous purple. Look at that. Oh, just wonderful. I knew it would be. Right, so I've got this print. It has the fabulous raspberry base background, and then it's got a ghost print of the black with the stencil. Loving it. Now, I'm thinking we should pull out some masks, and we could mask off some areas so we retain the original print, but we cover the rest of it with another color that just highlights our fabulous pattern. Now, I'm thinking the light pink would go good with this one. Look at that. Can you believe I've almost used up all of the light pink? I know. I wouldn't have believed it either. In fact, that's all I've got left of it. Oh man, maybe I'll put just a little splodge of white on it just to spread it out a bit further. Can't believe I actually used all the light pink. Amazing. So now the light pinks in there are just a little bit lighter, and I'm going to add some masks on the plate. These ones are from PM Artist Studio. Few little round circle shapes is a whole lot of fun. Put on my fabulous print, and let's see how that looks. We're picking up the light pink paint that's on the plate, and then where the mask is keeps our original fabulous design and color. This is such an easy way to create another layer on your prints, makes them more interesting, gives them different colors, and you never quite know how awesome it's going to look until you lift that paper. Yeah, baby. Look at that. That's just fabulous. In fact, oh, I like it up that way too. Now, the ghost print's still on there, and I turned my plate around just for a different angle. Oops, I forgot to clean my brush. And I'm using up what I've got left of the fabulous raspberry. I know, right? I'm coming to the end of my paints. Oh man, it's so much fun. So what will it look like with the light pink shapes underneath when we pull it up? I don't know, man. That's the fun of it. So let's see. I'm going to put those circle masks on again because that was fun. We'll make sure we put them in different areas. Change it up a bit. They're still a little sticky, not to worry. Right, now I'm going to use this one. This was the mixed background where I mixed the marigold, blood orange and raspberry, and then I've put one of the black stencils over the top of that. It's just so fun layering the prints like this, and I don't worry about registering them or making them look perfect. Because I'm a mixed media artist, I'm probably going to rip them up for collage anyway. So don't get too stressed out about making them line up perfect or getting it right. Just have fun, make art, make a mess, make something creative and see what you find. I think that's what I enjoy so much about Gelli printing, is the endless possibilities of creativity. You never quite know what you're going to get till you lift that page. Right. What did we get this time? Oh, that's a bit of fun. So it's pulled up some of the light pink from the ghost print, and then it's masked out with the raspberry and left us with the pattern. Really interesting and a lot more subtle this time. See, I can do subtle. Right, I'm pulling out the black this time. No more of that pink stuff. Seriously, what's going on? She must be lingering in my studio. What has Libby done to me? Pulling out the black, that'll fix any of that pink. There'll be no remnants left. Let's put on the masks. Take another print and find something dramatic. Yes. Look at these fabulous shapes. So much fun. Right, this one. Yes, that's going to get me a bit of drama. Righto, let's have a look at this. Oh, I already know I'm going to love it. Because it's not pink. Yay! Have a look at that. That is just fabulous. So much fun, so easy. These colors have been an absolute joy to work with. I've loved this whole experience. Might have to pull out another card another day because it really was fun. Now, of course, I kept on printing and printing and printing. Have a look at these fabulous options using all the colors from the palette here and a few different layers. The 2 stencils I was using, starting with the base coat, solid color from our palette, adding the stencils, couple of different layers, and then putting the masks on. It really was so much fun, and I made so many fabulous variations of these incredible colors. Loved it, so much fun. Gonna have to do it again for sure. Wasn't that just so much fun? I loved it. Look at all the combinations and the variations from that one little color palette. Oh, that was just so fun. Thanks, Teresa, for the idea. I absolutely loved it. Now, don't forget, if you want to know where I got the stencils from or the paints I used or any more information, have a look in the description under the video. You'll also find discount codes, so it really is worth checking out. Thanks for joining me today. I really love that you're here creating with me. Don't forget, I have a brand new class, 100 Days of Collage, Mixed Media Art. Celebrate your creative self on my Patreon community. It's a whole lot of fun, a lot of techniques, sharing my skills from creating art over 30 years experience, and it's very personal. Love it. Absolutely so much fun. I'll leave you with the playlist of jelly printing techniques because there's so much more to explore. See you next time in the studio.